Yes, we're live. Listen, today is workshop core day. If you hear, this is very important. You need to make sure you're doing the exercise, you're listening, you're learning. Why did I decide to do those workshops? I decided to do those workshops because I want to teach you every detail of every exercise. Because I see so many of you guys coming to me and say, Isa, I'm working out, but I'm not seeing the results that I need. I'm working out, what's going on? And this way, we're doing this to help you have the results that you want. Okay? A lot of my clients come to me and say, Isa, I worked out for an entire year and I have not seen the results that I'm seeing with you in the first 3 months. Okay, so that's why I'm here. I want to help you fix every single detail, okay, for each exercise. Now, very important. This is the core workshop. If you have not done the upper body workshop, you have not done the lower body workshop, what are you doing? Make sure you're there. Make sure you're doing the workshop. Now, very important. The only thing you need today is if you have a broom or a broomstick, in my case, and your body weight. That's it. But I need to explain to you a little bit about the core workout that we're about to do. A lot of people think is if they do core, it's just for the looks and how they look. It like what they actually want to six pack. The looks and the six pack, the 8 pack, the 12 pack, whatever you have, is great, is amazing, but I want to remind you why we also need to work out your core. We always talk about lifting heavier, and we talk about um, making sure you're able to lift heavier in your lower body, on your upper body. In order to start lifting heavy, you need a strong core. You need a strong core not just for this, you need a strong core to protect your back. So if you have back pain right now, you need to be able to do the correct exercise. And right now, I'm going to show you 5 exercises. Break down step by step, detail by detail. And do me a favor, if you have questions, put in the comments. Okay? Put the question in the comments and I would get to all your questions. Now, we're going to have 5 exercises. And none of them, it's going to be crunches. And I'm going to explain to you in a simple way why I don't add crunches to my exercise. If you start noticing, nowadays we spend so much time like this on the phone, on the computer, right? And our back is already rounded, so our chest is already tighter, our abs already tighter. Why are we to tell you to go to the gym and go there and start doing more the movement that we're trying to prevent all day long? Does that make sense? Yes. So here I'm going to show you 5 exercises that you can get the results that you want. And this way, you're going to be, listen, this way you're going to be working out with a purpose. You're going to be working out with the results in mind. Okay, not just working out, not knowing what to do. Now you learn, you need to take ownership. It's time to take ownership of your body and decide to learn how to actually do all the exercise. Are you ready? Okay, first exercise we're gonna do is classic plank. Very, very classic plank. I'm going to actually put my camera down a little bit to make sure you can see me. Yeah, do that. Okay. And the first thing is, I want you to think about the plank is we all start from the bottom. You're all going to start from the bottom. So lower on the ground, toes down, and make sure the first thing I'm going to tell you, shoulders needs to be right on top of your elbow, hands on the ground, and you bring yourself up. You see, if I start from here, it's not going to be the same. Start from the bottom, much easier to not mess it up. And now, butt sticking out normally, bring that butt in. Okay? When I bring the butt in, look what happened. I activate my core. So I want you to try to do this. When you bring the butt in, squeeze the glute. That's going to make your life a little bit easier. Now, this was just a little hint about the plank. What I want to tell you is, Isa, I hear you. I got this question this week. Here, I hear you breathing so hard. Why are you breathing that way? Let me explain to you why I bring that way and how to do this, because what I want to do is I want to teach you a little bit about your core. So, and why do we call core? A core is the group of muscles that you're gonna have, not just your abs, okay, but the muscles on your back as well. And I want when you exhale, I want you tell your core that you're bringing them in. Tell your core that you're recruiting them. So actually, I want you to work your core, but not just doing the core exercise, the abs exercise, but I want you to use your core for every single exercise just by breathing. How cool is that? So let's go. First thing you need to do, I'm going to ask you to lay down, okay? And I'm going to ask you to put your hands on your belly. Yes, just whatever you're at right now, just lay down, put your hands in your belly. I want to make sure you do, hold on. Hubby, can you get the light down? Because I think it would make everybody's life easier. Okay, so like actually lower. Thank you. So what you're going to do is you're going to inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And I want you to feel, put your hands on your belly. Inhale, your hands can go up. Exhale, belly goes down. Inhale, belly goes up. Exhale, belly goes down. And now I want you to get your rib cage forcing down. So now I'm going to show you that. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Force the rib cage down. And when you do this, see my rib cage is up, my rib cage down. When you do this, I want you to see what happened to your lower back. Tell me what happened to your lower back. Does your lower back squeeze the floor? So I'm going to do it again. Belly goes up, exhale, ribs down, my lower back squeezes the floor. So now check this out. Even my chin go back a little bit. See, I didn't even say about the chin, but it was so natural. Now I have a perfect straight line on my spine. And that's the way to activate your core. So right here, my core is relaxing. When I exhale, I'm activating my core. So I'm not only breathing, but I'm recruiting my core. How cool is that? Okay, I got 2 comments. Okay, good. What eat before and after workout to get muscle? I had that question yesterday on the live with Nancy. Make sure you go watch that. That was amazing. The live. We pretty much half the live we talk about what to eat before and after. How to work out plank without shaking. Perfect. I'll get you there. How to get plank without shaking. Perfect. Now, the first thing you need to learn before you start thinking about doing the plank rotations, it's the breathing. Did you get the breathing? It might take you a little bit while to get used to the breathing, okay? And get used to get that rib cage down. Let me do standing up so you can see. So inhale, my ribs goes up. Exhale. You see? Ribs go down. Exhale, ribs go down. Exhale, ribs go down. So now I stack my ribs on top of my hip. You see? So now we know how to breathe. We know how to recruit the abs. Perfect, number 1. So now when we go back to that plank, you're going to notice the huge difference. And that's why I did the plank before teaching the breathing, because now I want to teach you now with the difference, because I want you to see if you start paying attention. Are you ready? I want you to tell me if you start paying attention to the difference, because the difference should be huge. You should start recruiting muscles. If you did the mechanics wrong before, you should now start recruiting the actual right muscles, and you're going to feel so much more. Okay? So I'm going to go on the floor again with the plank that we started. Where do we start? On the bottom. Up. Get the butt down, in. And now rib cage down. Inhale. Exhale. But notice when I inhale, I don't relax my back. Keep locked. I'm already shaking because I'm keeping my rib cage low the whole time. I'm seriously shaking. And if you think you need to intensify this, I want you to drive your elbows towards your knee while keeping the rib cage down. I am seriously shaking. That is a huge difference. When people do this, and this is so important, when people tell me they can do a 5-minute plank, a 6-minute plank, I'm like, there's no way they can do a 5-minute plank doing the correct muscles. Because when you do a 5-minute plank, your butt's sticking out. Okay, so that means if your butt's sticking out, your lower back is going to come to the rescue, and other muscles is going to come to the rescue. And you probably leaning forward a little bit. Your other muscles come to right. You're not only focusing on the core. Okay, the idea is if we're doing a plank, I want you to start focus on the front part of your core, bringing that rib cage down the entire time. Is that how can I get better on the plank? How can I do without shaking? How can I do better? Number one is practice. You're going to practice, practice, practice. Is that the way you told me I can only do 15 seconds? Great. Do 15 seconds. And then the next day, you can do 17 seconds. And the next day, you can do 20 seconds. And then you can keep going and you can keep going. That's how, but listen, please listen to me. Think quality over quantity. Doing a lot of exercises, or I can do 100 sit-ups a day. But if you don't activate, if you don't learn how to do it properly, you can do 1,000 and it's not gonna have the same result if you're doing correctly. And if you're doing correctly, 100 is gonna be way too much, okay? Do we have any questions about the breathing and how to get your rib cage down? If you do, tap on the chat. This way I can get to you, okay? Now, okay, Isa, I got it. I have to keep my rib cage down the whole time. What about the hip? I hear you talk about the hip a lot. Great. I said a little bit of the hip, but I'm going to say it again. When you get your rib cage down, it's not only about the rib cage going down. It's about your butt getting in. So rib, your hips, if you put your hands right here on your hip, okay? If you put your rib cage down, you're gonna notice that my hand's gonna change a little bit. See, my finger, my thumb is pointing this way and it's gonna end up pointing this way. You see? How do you start doing this? You start on the ground. I know I need to stop you wearing black pants on the black floor, but it's hard. I love the black. Okay, hands here. Remember when I tell you inhale, lower back off the mat, exhale, lower down. And notice, when you do this, your hip is going forward, your hip is going back. Hips going forward, hips going back. When they go back and you hit that lower back on the flat, lock. This is your lock position. Rib cage down, hip in. This is your core. Now you can actually feel your core. Right here, my core is relaxed. Right here, my core is working. Okay? Do we understand this? Are we 1,000? Oh, one more. You gave me hope. 5 seconds. I couldn't do it. Yes! Listen, 5 seconds. Celebrate that. That's better than 0 seconds. And tomorrow, I bet you're going to do 6, 7, 8 even. Okay, just keep doing this. Keep going and celebrate the little things. When we celebrate the little things, we get more confident and we're going to try harder and harder. Okay, because that's the idea. The idea is not stay in the same workout. The idea is always challenge you, always changing the method, always changing the training plan, always changing the stimulus. Okay, but you cannot just change like every day you got a new one. Okay, when you have a plan, when you follow the plan and you have the method, you follow the method, it's so much easier to start seeing results. Okay, now, second exercise that I love when people tell me is that bug is so easy. Let's do it the correct way. Remember when I told you to grab that broom? I'm gonna leave it here next to me, okay? Now, what is the dead bug? Dead bug is that exercise. Hold on, let me grab my light. Stay here. And I'm gonna put it on the floor since I'm on the floor so much. It won't go. Okay. See, maybe that would make my life easier. Look at that. I got more light. It's so yucky, the weather in Boston today. So it's so dark outside. Okay. So what is a dead bug? Dead bug is you're gonna put the legs 90 degrees. You're gonna keep what? The rib cage what? Down. You already know that. And the hip turn in, which is much easier when your legs is 90. Now you're gonna do this. Opposite hand, opposite arms, okay? Now I'm going to exhale, keeping my rib cage down the whole time. And my opposite leg and my opposite arm is gonna go down. Come back up. Inhale. Okay. Isa, do I need to touch my heel on the floor? No, you can get this much close to the floor and you'll be okay. Now, does my toes need to be pointed to me? Yes. Don't relax the toe. Don't be lazy. This is tight. This is tight. This is tight. Now I have tension. Now I'll go. Back up here. When people tell me this exercise is easy, I'm like, I bet the first thing they're doing is getting, check this out, first thing they're doing, I'm pretty sure it's getting the lower back off the ground. Because if you do this, it's going to be much easier. I don't know if you can see, but look, my hand's over here. Keep the rib cage down, keep the hip in. That's your lock position. Once you lock this, then we can go. I'm already shaking by the time I get to the end. Straight leg. Okay, Isa, okay, I get it. It's harder this way. Can you make it harder? That's why we have a broom. Put the broomstick here and push. Push your leg. Okay, now you're gonna do the same thing. But be careful to don't just do this, okay? Oh, I'm shaking. Okay, but how did I do this? One, my lower back did not absolutely come off the ground. Okay. Two, my leg was going. Okay, while I was exhaling. Bring it back. Inhale. Exhale. Isa, why are you doing those workshops? If you want to do the workout, if you want me to be here telling you do this and that and that, and you don't want to learn, I'm not your girl. If you're here, I need to make sure you're learning. Okay, if you want to learn, come on board. I'll help you. I'll teach you every single thing I know. Okay, in an easier way. I promise. You don't need to know all those physiologies and anatomies, but you need to take the ownership of learning. It's your body. If you keep just following the coaches, the trainers on the other side, which they're not teaching you, and you're not moving in a way that you know why you're moving, why your muscles move that way, and how to actually activate the right muscles, you're going to keep doing this for so long and long and long. You're not going to see the results you want, or you will see you, but it's going to take so much longer in order to actually see fast results, like effective results. You have to learn how your body moves. You have to know, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm actually activating my muscles this way. Okay? Very, 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 very important. Now, we're actually going to do like a workout at the end, and we're going to combine all of those. But now I'm breaking down each one. Now let's do the leg lower. Love the leg lower, which is a great corrective exercise as well, that I like for leg. Instead of just bringing both legs in, which is very hard not to get your lower back off the mat like this, what we do first, bring in, ribs down. Now that I have here, and even like almost a double chin, see, but now my spine, it's all safe and on the ground. Now I'm gonna bring my toes to me, and I'm gonna keep this leg straight as possible. I'm already shaking just by doing this because my hamstring are tight because I did a workout this week. Now, when I exhale, I'm gonna lower my leg down, come back here. I want to show you just this pattern. If your rib cage flare, if your rib cage pop up, you know you need to bring down. If this leg here is going all over the place, when you lower like this, because I see this a lot, you can get a bend about anything to hold your leg in place. That's not a great bend. Hold on. You can get anything about just to hold your leg in place. See, now straighter. And I can do this. So this is a great way to teach your body the right patterns, okay? This is a great corrective exercise. Keeping the ribs low, the hip in. How do you low one leg at a time without breaking that position? Okay? You get some water, and we're moving on. I have another exercise that I absolutely love. And let me ask you something. I got a question yesterday saying, Isa, how do I do a Russian twist? I'm not a huge fan of exercise that will make you twist your core or make you just move your core like a crunch, like a Russian twist. And I'll tell you why. I need your core strong. One, to you look beautiful, to you make your waist slimmer. Yes, all that. But I also make your core strong because I want you lift heavy. And if I'm lifting heavy, I need my core to be trained to stay still while I'm lifting heavy. So that's why we do a lot of exercise that you have to prevent your core from moving. Okay? Prevent your core from moving. And that's why I'm not a fan of the Russian twist. And I got much better ways to work out your obliques than the Russian twist, okay? Instead of thinking movement, thinking prevent movement, untie movement. I can explain this much more in a different live, but now, are you ready? I'm gonna give you a bear curl, okay? Shoulder tap. Can I go to this wall here? Yes, I can. I want you to put your foot, if you have a wall behind you, it's gonna be much easier. I speak. You're gonna put your foot on the wall, okay? And you're gonna press through your heels. And I want a 90-degree angle. I really need to stop wearing black pants on the black floor, but I love my black pants. Perfect square. My hands are not here. Hands are here. Got 90 degrees. And I'm pressing on my heels. Okay, if you want to take your shoe off, you can take your shoe off. I don't like working out in those bulky shoes anyways. Socks is perfect. I match socks today. I never match socks. Okay, right here. And you're going to lift your knees off the floor. You see now I have like a perfect square. Okay. I want you to push the heels on the wall. And I want you, imagine that you're twisting, screwing like we did on the leg. If you're here for the leg, screwing the hands. Get my leg a little bit closer to make sure you can see me. Maybe that will help. Come on, Boston. Where's the sun? Ready? And you're going to lift your knees this much off the ground. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay, that's easy. Now push the heels. Now twist the hand. And you're like, okay, I see my shoulders firing. I see my, okay. Now, we're going to tap one shoulder at a time. If you keep going, you can keep going. If you cannot do this, keep the bear curl. It's not, you're not following me, my limits. You're following your limit. That's why you need to learn how to have your limits reach so you can start seeing results in your body. It's not about following the trainer on the other side. It's about learning how to actually do this. And until you can no longer hold anymore. I have some questions. Let me read. Thank you. Your account is done. It's better than nothing. I love that. Absolutely. Listen, your competition, it's against you. It's not against me. It's not against the girls in the group. It's not against the fit influencers. It's not against anybody. It's against you. That's why I'm like, put my foot down. And I decided to come over here and teach you how to you reach to your limits. Because when you learn this, nobody can take that from you. When you learn this, you're going to have the results you want. It's all about reaching the results, all about results. And let me ask you something. If you think that was important for you, if you think that's good, do me a favor. Send this live, send this workshops that we're doing this whole week and next week. Send to the people that you love. Send to the people that, well, next week, we're going to have the results acceleration week. This is just the warm up. Imagine next week. Next week, you're going to come with me, sit down your butt and learn. Because I'm going to break down everything to you. And it's such an easy way that you're going to be able to just apply that. You're going to create your own plan. Okay? Here we go. Now, I taught you how to do a leg lower, a plank, a dead bug, a bear crawl shoulder tap. Now I'm going to teach you one more, which I really like that one. I love that one. I'm going to tell you why. When I started doing, it was so hard. So hard, so hard, so hard. And I think I like now because I can do much better. Still struggling, but so much better. And I think that's why I love this exercise, because it challenged me. And I really think it's going to challenge you too. But you have to do the correct way. It's a plank. I know, I love planks. The hot girls will tell you. She's like, plank again? We're so good at plank, my poor iPad. How do we start the plank? On the ground. Hands here. You're going to start a regular plank, okay? So check this out. Now, butt in, lock, ribs down. Now you're going to get your knee. You're going to drive towards your elbow. You don't have to hit, and bring it back and reset. That's the only thing I did. I didn't go in a crazy fast way. I reset. I put one, I put it down, I reset. And I need you to understand why the reset is so important. You can keep going while I speak. Why the reset is important. Why? Because I need you to make sure you're back to ribs down. Because sometimes when we put the knee, see, my butt went up. What will happen if I stay here? When people are like, I seriously don't feel anything on my core right now. Like, seriously, zero. I feel my lower back, I feel my shoulders, but not my core. But look when I do this, and I tight. Then I do one, back, tight. Back, tight. That's the idea. It's reaching your limit. It's doing the exercise in a correct way. I can't stress this enough. Now, I broke down 5 exercises for you. I'm going to pick 4, and we're going to make a small circuit. We're going to go all 4. Now, I'm going to put a random timer. You are going to go on your limit. If your limit is 15 seconds, you go 15 seconds. If my limit is 50, you push a little bit and go to 50. The time is just an easier way to us to put this together in like a superset. Okay? Are you ready? Get the water. Things gonna start. Any comment? No comments. Can they hear me? Is the mic on? Is the mic on? Ready? Okay. Now, I'm gonna put up 45 seconds. I don't even know if some of them I can go to 45. If I'm not, I'm gonna go down, because it's not about the timer. Time is a guide. It's about your level. It's about my level. It's about each individual level. Deal? Okay. Isa, how many seconds we gonna have to rest? 15. Do we need 30 seconds? Do 30 seconds. The only thing I want you to do is I want you to do those 4 exercises. When you do the dead bug, and I'm gonna give you, if you want to challenge yourself, you can use that broom. I'm gonna give you the dead bug. I'm gonna give you the plank. I'm gonna do the shoulder tap, and we're gonna do the plank knee drive. 4 exercise, 45 seconds, 15. Isa, what if I stop on the 30? I already said that. Come and listen the right way. Let's start with the plank knee drive because it's the hardest one. Why? Yes, I like start with the hardest one first because if not, if I put on the bottom, we're gonna be dying. Are you ready? Okay, you may begin. You're gonna go down, put the knee, reset. Put the knee, reset, button. You have to pause. If you're not paused, you're not being honest with me and not being honest with you. Knee, pause, keep. And why we're doing this? So we can see that even with a 4-minute core, that's what we're doing, you're gonna see really good difference because you're now learning how to do it the correct way. If you're already done, great, go on the ground. I swear I did as much as that. Bear crawl, shoulder taps. Put the knee, okay? Now, this is just a guide. Put it down, go up. If you need to just stay here, stay here. If you want, challenge yourself and do this, great. I was talking to one of my girls today, and before she was doing this so fast, and I'm like, no. Quality over quantity. Good. Nice. Isa, I can't go. Take a break. Pause. It's about your limit. Okay, but the idea for this workshop is not work you to get you exhausted. It's to teach you the correct movements. And push that heel on the wall. Let's go that bug. Okay, we'll go that bug. And we'll finish with a regular plank. Knees here, toes down. Ready? Right here. Make sure the camera can see me. Good. Nice. Isa, this is too easy. Get that broom. This is not easy. Are you exhaling all the way? Yeah? Okay, I got it. My core is on fire. That was my limit with the broom. Hey, sometimes with the broom, you're going to intensify. If it's too much, go back to the regular dead bug. Go on your limit. That's why I keep teaching you how to do progressions and regressions with actual exercise. Now, regular plank. But in the plank, what I like to do is go by breathing. So if you tell me you can do, I'm even going to stop the timer because we don't care about the timer. If you can do about 7, 8, that is amazing. But that has to do the correct way. Your ribs cannot break. Ribs can be down the whole time. And just by work on your ribs, you're going to see the huge difference. If you're already went to the floor, go. That's my floor. Oh, hey, now, just because you stay here, to now, I want to talk to you. Come closer. I'm going to talk to you and explain to you How do we actually lose belly fat? Isa, can I lose belly fat? I love my body. Sorry for my mic. I love my body. I just want to lose my belly. So, ready? We cannot target fat, just one piece of the fat, just one arm, just right here. We cannot spot fat loss. But what you can do is we can drop down your percentage body fat, and then you're going to start seeing the belly go down. Another thing you need to do is you need to work out your core. I gave you today 5 exercises. During this entire week, I'm going to give you much more. Okay? During next week, the results acceleration week, I'm going to give you a 45 book, a book, 45 books, a book with 45 exercises that you can do to strengthen your core. Okay? It's yours, together with a bunch of other gifts. And I'm going to break down even more, and we're going to do a workout much more intense. This is a workshop. If you're here, it's because you want to learn. Okay? Now, the way you're going to start seeing results. Either I want the flat belly, I want to turn. 1, lower percentage body fat. Okay? 2, work out. Your core, your abs is a muscle, just like your biceps, just like your butt, just like your legs. You have to work as well. When you start seeing definition, it's because 1, you're working out, they get toned, and together with a low percentage body fat, that's the way to go. Now, next week, I'm going to talk to you even more and more and more and more about this. Okay? We're going to break down everything you need to know and how does your girls tell you that they get 1 year of results in just 90 days? 1 year of fitness result in just 90 days because they start learning. They take the ownership. They make the decision of like, you know what? I want to learn. That's what I want to teach you. That's why you're here today. If you're here, you want to learn. If you don't want to learn, goodbye, right? If you're here, you need to learn. You need to make that commitment to yourself and say, you know what? I'm done following crazy diets. I'm done following crazy exercises. I just need to learn to get results. Okay? I'll see you tomorrow for what? I'm going to say booty. I don't like saying booty. I'm going to say booty. Booty workshop. Get how to work out your glutes in a proper way, how to actually activate your glutes and start seeing results tomorrow. But for today, share this with somebody that you love. Invite them. This whole week, you can still watch everything from this whole week. You're going to watch everything for next week. Let me see if I have questions. Do I have any questions? Instagram. Any questions for me? I'll stay here a little bit longer if you have any questions. Instagram. Thank you so much. Bye. Any questions? Whew. Awesome. Guys, thank you so much. All this recordings is going to be on the Telegram and it's going to be on the Facebook group. Bye.